Name three inventions that women made but were stolen by men. Okay. How about 19? If you're new here, we've been talking about what a paradise this country would be if only women were allowed. And this angry boy came into my comments to say, who's gonna be making inventions if all the men have been kicked out? And I replied, oh, you mean the inventions women made and men stole credit for? We good. And of course, like most of the males in my comments who don't read books, he came back with a gotcha comment. Name three inventions that women made, but were stolen by men. So let's get into these 19 groundbreaking discoveries. But quickly, I just want to address the utter weakness of the logic behind these types of comments. Because I get them all the time from men whenever I'm talking about how much more peaceful the world would be if women were running things or if women didn't have to deal with men, period. And then, as usual, they come running and be like, oh, well, who's gonna run your oil rigs? Oh, the infrastructure's gonna crumble. Oh, who's gonna be making your inventions? First and foremost, women already work in these industries. We already have female plumbers and female mechanics and female firefighters and female oil rig workers and female construction workers. They already exist. Number two, the only reason why those are male-dominated fields is because you men make women's lives miserable when they work in those fields because you are insecure and threatened by women because you know women are thorough-ass workers and y'all are not. And your jobs are on the line when people realize that women are much more effective and much more thorough at getting the job done than men are. And number three, women have the ability to learn. Hello? I have literally fixed a refrigerator after watching a YouTube video. Please go somewhere with this nonsense. Shout out to Alice Ball. She invented the cure for leprosy. Alice Ball was a young chemist at Kalihi Hospital in Hawaii who focused on Hansen's disease, aka leprosy. Her research sought to find a cure for the disease by figuring out how to inject whatever that is, oil, directly into the bloodstream. Topical treatments worked but had side effects patients weren't interested in. Sadly, Ball became sick and returned home where she died in 1916. Arthur Dean took over her study and Ball became a memory. Also worth noting that Alice is black because race intersects with this as well. There are a lot of black inventors and a lot of black people who discovered things that white folk took credit for, typically white males. Hedy Lamarr, if you saw the Netflix documentary, you already know that she invented wireless communication. So many of y'all dudes always want to get up in my comments and be like, here you are complaining about men on an app that was invented by men. You mean an app that couldn't have been invented without this hoe right, Chuck? Hollywood actor Hedy Lamarr should actually be the person credited with the invention of wireless communications. During the Second World War, Hedy worked closely with George Antheil to develop the idea of, quote, frequency hopping, which would have prevented the bugging of military radios. Unfortunately, the U.S. Navy ignored her patent and later used her findings to develop new technologies. Marion Donovan invented the disposable diaper. In the 1940s, new mothers had very few options for diapers. There was cloth, and that was pretty much it. The daughter of inventor Marion's first patent was actually for a diaper cover. She later added buttons, eliminating the need for safety pins. Her original disposable diaper was made with shower curtains, with her final one made from nylon parachute cloth. This new method helped keep children and clothes cleaner and drier, not to mention helping with rashes. But of course, diaper companies first ignored the patent. What a shocker. I wanted to highlight this one especially because who else would be inventing diapers if not women? It speaks to a lot of the origins of these inventions. White men were not out here doing labor. So what need did they have to invent things? It was the people who was actually doing the labor. Black people and women. Ada Harris, another black queen. She invented the hair straightener. Marcel Gratteau is often credited for the invention of the hair straightener, but it was Harris who first claimed the patent for it in 1893. Gratteau made his claim to fame with the curling iron around 1852, and we certainly know that there is a difference. Jocelyn Bell Burnell, pulsars. Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered irregular radio pulses while working as a research assistant at Cambridge. After showing the discovery of the pulses to her advisor, the team worked together to uncover what they truly were: neuron stars, aka pulsars. Burnell received zero credit for her discovery. Instead, her advisor, Anthony Hewish and Martin Ryle, received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1974. Qianxiang Wu, nuclear physics. Often compared to Marie Curie, Qianxiang Wu worked on the Manhattan Project, where she developed the process for separating uranium metal. In 1956, she conducted the Wu experiment that focused on electromagnetic interactions. After it yielded surprising results, Sung-Dao Li and Chen-Ning Yang, the physicist who originated a similar work theory in the field, received credit for her work, winning the Nobel Prize for the experiment in 1957. Ada Lovelace, the computer algorithm. In the mid-1800s, Ada Lovelace wrote the instructions for the first computer program. But mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage is often credited with the work because he invented the actual engine. The ENIAC programmer's first electronic computer. The ENIAC was the first computer ever built. In 1946, 6 women programmed this electronic computer as part of a secret World War II project. Inventor John Mauchly is often the only one who gets credit for its creation, but the programmers are the ones who fully developed the machine. Windshield wipers, yeah, that was one of us too, Mary Anderson. And of course, her idea was credited to a man, Robert Kearns, after all of the automobile companies rejected her idea. And let's close out on our girl from Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson, the moon landing path. You may recognize Johnson's name from the 2017 box office hit. Yup. Before her recognition, Johnson was nicknamed a, quote, computer for her intelligence. She discovered the exact path for the Freedom 7 spacecraft to successfully enter space for the first time in 1961 and later for the Apollo 11 mission to land in 1969. She often went unrecognized by her male colleagues and faced racial discrimination.